Hey buddies, it's me, Titi. Today we are going to make a super cool mirror image painting. Ooh, I love those. They're so unique and colorful. This project is really easy and simple to do. You don't even need any paintbrushes. All you need is some parchment paper or wax paper that's cut about the same size as your construction paper or whatever type of paper you want to use for your designs. And lastly, paints. I'm going to make 3 paintings today, and I'm going to use shades of black and white, shades of blues, and lots of fun, bright colors. Now for the first painting I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my yellow construction paper. I like to paint on fun colors of construction paper, but if you just want to use plain white paper, that's totally fine. I've got my construction paper and I'm gonna take one piece of my parchment. Now I'm gonna fold it in half. You can fold it in half any way you want, but to start, I'm gonna fold it in half the long way. There we go. Now I'm gonna take my paints. I think I'll start with my shades of blue for this one. It's helpful if they're in a little squeeze bottle like this. And start applying them in any design you choose onto one side of the parchment paper. You can put them on both sides if you want, but if it's just on one side, then you'll be able to see your design a little bit better. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I think for this one, I'm just gonna make a random striped pattern in shades of blue. So I'm gonna make little stripes all going the same way in all my different colors. Now I'll use this teal color. I like using shades of blue. It kind of reminds me of the sky. Now you don't have to do a stripe pattern. Feel free to do any kind of pattern you want. Now I'm gonna use this bright blue. That color really pops, doesn't it? Finally, I'm gonna use this dark navy blue and finish off my stripe pattern. This is so much fun. Let's take the other side of the parchment, the clean side, and we're gonna gently press it on top of the other side. Press it down from the top. Don't smear it around, just press it down gently. You'll notice the colors starting to spread together a little bit, but you can still see our nice stripe pattern that we made. Once it's been pressed together, carefully open it up again. Ooh, this is kind of looking like a blue zebra. Now I'm gonna take my yellow construction paper and I'm going to press it down on top of the parchment paper. And now I'm just gonna press all over to make sure the design from the parchment paper transfers onto my construction paper. Oops, my hands are a little dirty. Now, when we lift off the construction paper from the parchment, we should end up with a super cool mirror image design. Let's see what we have. Just gently peel off the parchment paper. It should come off easily. Whoa! I love all these shades of blue. And these stripes, you can still really see our striped pattern. And I like these little fun splotches where all the blues have kind of blended together in the middle. I wonder what's the top and what's the bottom? What do you think? It could go like that, or like that, or even like this. That was fun. Let's do another one. Got another piece of parchment here. I think I'm gonna fold this in half like this, so we end up with a different pattern than the last one that we folded the long ways. There we go. Now I'm gonna paint this half, and for that, I'm gonna use my fun, bright colors. Let's start with some purple. I think I'm just gonna do random little splotches for this one. These kind of look like tadpoles. Now I'm gonna use this bright green. It reminds me of the grass in summertime. This technique is so much fun because you can just splatter paint at random wherever you want, and it always turns out looking so cool. Time for this bright, happy yellow. This looks like sunflowers to me. And finally, I'll do some of this bright pink. Now I'm gonna take the blank side and carefully press it on, just like we did for the last one. That looks pretty good. Let's open it up. Ooh, very cool. I think I'm gonna use my pink construction paper for that one. And I'm just gonna press it over the top. Can't wait to see what design we get here. Let's turn it over, peel off the parchment, and see what kind of cool design we have. Whoa, look at that! That's so pretty! Gosh, you know, to me that kind of looks like a cool dragonfly almost. Wow! I love the bright little pops of yellow here, and the teal is so bright. I especially like all the little wiggles and squiggles of paint that you can see. And right here, this might be my favorite part, where all the colors have kind of swirled into each other. This is so cool. What do you guys think? Should we do another one? Okay, let's do one more. For this last one, I think I'm gonna fold it long ways again. Now I'm gonna use some white to start with. And I think I'm gonna do lines again, kind of like my first one, but I'll have the lines going in different directions to see if I can make a cool pattern. Now I'll use some of this pale pink. I'll put my lines in the opposite direction of the white ones. Now I'll use some light gray. This is so much fun. I love making art. Next up, I'll do some black. Let's see, I'll put the lines this way. And finally, I think I'll do some of this dark gray. Now I'm gonna fold over the other side of the parchment, and I'll gently press it down. Can't wait to see what we have here. Let's open it up. Ooh, this is already looking pretty cool. Let's see what happens when we put our construction paper over the top. Let's turn it over. Let's lift off the parchment and see what we have. Look at that! I love the grays and whites and blacks in this. Sometimes I like bright colors, but I really like the muted colors here. And I like how you can still see the stripes going this way and that way. And these cool black spotches just really bring it to life. I like how it's so different from the rest of the paintings we did today. You know, it kind of reminds me a little bit of a fish face. I see the eyes right here, and I see the little fish's mouth right here. But I bet this could be a lot of different things. I wonder what you see in it. I had so much fun today making this cool art, and it was so fast and simple. We didn't even need paintbrushes. I hope you have fun trying this technique at home. I think you're gonna love it, and I think it's so cool how it turns out differently every time. So every art you make will be unique to you. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'll see you again soon, and happy creating!